Hello guys, so today is another video of me giving you guys the real honest truth about how you can grow, scale, get to the next level, conquer your life, master yourself, become the person you want to be. And what I'm going to be talking about today is something that I was thinking about yesterday and having a few conversations about it. And all that I'm giving you guys in this content is simply the thoughts that I have and the ideas and how I can relate them into all of the lessons that I learned and give this to you guys in the most real way as possible. What I'm gonna tell you is nothing but the truth and nothing extra. I don't want to say extra things that you guys don't need to hear. The whole point of this channel is to tell you guys exactly what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and say it in a concise way to where you could just understand it and implement it without hearing all of the extra BS like, here's how you make 10K a month. We're not doing that. So what I want to talk about today, and in the title, you'll see the title will be Overcoming This Equals Guaranteed Success. And what is it that we're overcoming? The Death Valley of entrepreneurship. What is the Death Valley of entrepreneurship or business or trading? You could apply this to any business that you do, any endeavor that you're following, even if you're a pianist, even if you're a painter, even if you're a musician. What the Death Valley is, storage got full. So anyways, what I wanted to explain is Death Valley is where things start falling apart, and not necessarily falling apart as in you're losing everything or things are going wrong. You're just not winning yet. You're not where you want to be. Things aren't working out yet. You may be inputting a lot of effort, working on your websites, working on scaling things up, investing all your time, and you're not getting any result out of it just yet. And it makes you question yourself and wonder, why am I even doing this? I could literally be making more money if I was working at McDonald's. Like, that's the genuine reality. And that's what this Death Valley phase is. It's, you have this big vision for your brand or who you want to become. And keep in mind that this applies to every type of person, every different archetype. You have this big vision and all the pieces in your mind before you start are put together in a certain way. And this puzzle is going to get rearranged, destroyed, broken many times, and you're going to have to keep working on putting it back together. And how I could break this down in the simplest way for you guys is, in the beginning of your journey, you're usually a very optimistic person. You have strong beliefs in yourself or strong beliefs about what you're going to accomplish and what you have yet to accomplish, but you still believe that you could do it. And this is a pretty common thing for most entrepreneurial people, is they believe in themselves always in the beginning. And, when things are going good. A hack to be able to get ahead of all of these people is holding on to this belief throughout Death Valley. if you're holding on to this belief and truly believe it and continue to be the same person throughout, you're ahead. Why? Because most people cannot do that. When everything is falling apart or not going your way, or things get slow, things get boring, this is where you have the opportunity to take the upper hand, to take advantage and seize the moment. You're gonna go through this phase of the death valley that everyone goes through. And what it is it could be months and months on end. It could be years. But what it technically is just you putting in an extreme amount of effort and not getting results from it. It's like you're chopping down a tree, but you don't even see the dents. It's as if the dents are on the inside, invisible to your eyes. You don't see anything yet. And at this stage, this is where most people either switch business models or think that they're not good enough or think that business isn't for them at all. And what they fail to realize is that this is just the barrier that is set between you and winning big or winning at all. You still don't know how much you're going to get out of this death valley at the end of it. But what I do know from my experience and my knowledge of speaking with other people, studying, observing, is that you will get something good out of it. You will get further than you are. And in this death valley, what it is a constant battle where you don't know when it's going to end. You don't know when it's going to stop. You don't know when things are going to get better and finally start going your way. All that you could do is keep pushing through it and just hope and pray and have faith that you'll be able to get to the other side of this. No one that I have met that is a successful individual has not been through this. So every successful person that I've met, that I know, that I've observed, has gone through this. This is a common factor. A common factor means that this is a guarantee. In your journey, this is a guarantee for everyone. And these common difficult factors are all the make or break points of who becomes successful, who has the life, who doesn't. So you need to realize that this factor is something that you guys have to be consciously aware of and cognizant of. And that's why I'm making this video. So once you're in that phase, you could think, oh, I remember when this guy talked about this exact phase. I feel like giving up now, but he told me that on the other side of this is something better, is something that most people can't get past. All I want to do is just get past this now because I want to see what's on the other side of this. It's up to you guys to believe what I tell you or not. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. You have the choice to decide. And it's not gonna be an easy process, and you should know that. But there is no other choice. This is just the barrier. It's a barrier, it's a big wall set in front of you. And, you know, it's not like you could just sit in this Death Valley and just wait for it to pass. It's not like a storm where you could just wait for it to pass and go by. It's like you being stuck in the middle of the ocean, and you have to keep rowing and rowing and rowing and rowing and rowing until you finally come to the point where you find land. This is the perfect analogy for you guys to understand this. You can't wait in the Death Valley. You can't just slow down. You have to use things to your advantage. We're at 8 minutes. You have to use things to your advantage, like momentum, willpower. And this is going to help you get out of that situation faster. Get out of the Death Valley faster. You don't know when still, but you could put these common things into place and they'll help you get out of it faster. This is just a universal law. All we're doing is applying things that we know, like a math equation. If I work harder on the right things, then I'll get further if I work at immediate level on the right things. Does that make sense? Everything has a formula. So you guys need to get through this Death Valley phase. Everyone goes through it. And you'll go through it again and again and again. But if you're able to get through it, then you're already in a percentile that is above most average people, because not many people get through it. And I want you to realize also that when you pick a business model and you're going all in on it, and you're already chipping away at the Death Valley, and then you take a break, the Death Valley just restarts. Like, it really does. It just restarts completely over again. You lose all the momentum. Sure, you might have a little more knowledge than before, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be any easier. Sure, it might be a bit easier, but you know, the Death Valley is still there waiting for you to get through it and get to the other side. And also, if you pick a business, you get, pushing through the Death Valley, and you then decide, okay, this isn't working. It's time for me to switch. You go to another business model. Congratulations. You just entered the beginning of a new Death Valley. So you just screwed yourself. I need you guys to fully focus on getting to the other side of the Death Valley. Push through it. It's not going to be easy, but it's what you have to do. Some people have shorter ones than others. And even if you have a long Death Valley, you're going to be very, very experienced at the end of it. Some may even look at a longer Death Valley as a blessing because they got to learn way more and went through way more hardship. And going back to what I said before, the mentality you have throughout this entire Death Valley is crucial for your success. You can't slow down when you're in the sand, when you're struggling in the desert. You need to move with urgency. How do I get out? What could I do? What can I, put in today to get myself out of this Death Valley, to get closer to the other side where I could flourish and all my efforts will give me fruits? This is what you guys have to realize. Don't plant your seed and forget about the seed that you planted. You must always continue to water that seed. Take care of that seed. Treat it like your most prized possession. And be okay if it doesn't grow in 1 month, in 1 year, in 2 years. And care about it as if your main passion and your main goal is to show up and water that plant and water that business and water your passion, your goals, the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to be. Water them every day. And that's the goal. And you'll look up and you'll be out of the death valley. You're finally going to start to see everything paying off. This is what I wanted to tell you guys today. Overcoming this, enter death valley as in this, equals guaranteed success. I want you guys to re-listen to this video many, many times and understand this, especially while you're going through the journey. And when you're in the hard times, when you're in the death valley, and use this to help you get to the other side. I believe in you guys, and you guys got this. Subscribe for more. We're going to be coming out with more daily videos, and good luck.